guys, welcome back to whatever we end up calling this. Still not working on a name because I still think it's funny. We're back with our fourth deck of this month, and probably our second worst, if I'm being honest, besides Tenyi. But then again, Tenyi Elemental Heroes won, so maybe this will win too. We're back with Raccoon City Sports, or as it's known on the sheet, I believe UA Raccoon. So this is apparently a former deck in the TCG. Looking at it, I'm not surprised it didn't compete well. Which seems to me to be a deck based around quickly gathering out powerful materials such as Mighty Slugger under a UA Stadium, which will put him at 2800, and then copying it with Ronin Raccoon, number 64. The problem with that is all of our cards in deck are slow. Every card here is going to take at least 2 turns to set up. But we'll go into that as we get into the duels. For now, let's go to do it card by card. We're starting off with 1 Sea Koala. If we control another beast, we can change one monster our opponent controls tap points to 0. This helps the beast with the beatdown. Tree Otter does the same thing, but he gives one of our monsters 1,000 attack points if we control a beast. Pawn Poco special summons any of our level 2 beast warriors and beast monsters from our deck and face down, which will usually be Tantan, who when he's flipped face up, summons in a level 2 beast from our deck. Speaking of level 2 beasts, we have the Melfies. Fenny, all the Melfies do the same thing. During the end phase of our turn, we can special summon them from our hand, but only 1 for each copy. And when our opponent normal summons or attacks them, we are allowed to bounce them back to our hand to get an effect. Fenny special summons a beast from our hand. Caddy adds a beast from our deck to our hand. Puppy special summons a level 2 or lower 1 from our deck to the field. And Pony recycles a level 2 or lower 1 from our grave to our hand. Up next we have our UAs. Mighty Slugger, if he is special summoned by the effect of a UA, lets us attack and negates all effects until the end of the damage step. Our UAs can tag out during the main phase with each other, so he can tag out into Perfect Ace, who lets us discard a card to negate an activation. I think that the idea is that with the Melfi engine, continually recycling resources with Puppy, Caddy, and Pony, we'll have plenty of cards to discard with Ace, but I don't know, we'll see about that. Up next we have 3 UA signing deal. This lets us pay life points times 300 for each of our levels, so usually going to be 15 to special summon a UA from our deck. This will let us bounce it back to put our other UA on the field. Power Jersey gives one of our UAs an extra 1,000, doubles any damage it inflicts, and gives it a second attack, but banishes it during the next standby phase. That's fine because we'll bounce it out. But we're also only running 1, so the odds of us getting that plus 1 of our 4 UAs is not great. UA Stadium lets us search a UA on normal summon, and lets us, every time we special summon a UA, give all of our monsters 500 attack points. That's great and all, but we are only running 4 UAs and 3 cards that can even search them. Triple MST, it's our only good spell and trap destruction in this format. Triple Needle Sealing, this one's actually interesting because our Melfies can bounce themselves back to hand and Pawn Poco summons Tam Tam face down. Needle Sealing, which when there are 4 more monsters on the field, destroys all face up monsters, we'll usually be destroying way more of our opponent's monsters than ourselves. Up next we have Burst Rebirth, which lets us pay 2,000 to special summon our Tam Tam face down to get its effect to summon one of our other level 2s to go into an Xyz. That's the whole point of the Baby Raccoons. Dino-Miscus lets us discard 1 card to banish one banish 1 card our opponent controls. It's just good removal, and we need it in this kind of deck. And lastly, according to the list, it's 3 UA penalty box, which if our UA battles an opponent's monster, we can banish the opponent's monster for 2 turns, which is nice, but we're only running 4 UAs, so I actually dropped it down 1, maybe should drop it down 2 for Scrubbed Raid, I don't know, we'll see in the duels. Scrubbed Raid is a card I actually really like in this format. During the battle phase, you can send 1 card you control to the graveyard to end that battle phase. With a deck as slow as ours, we need to stop battle phases, and the Melfies generate so much advantage that we usually have plenty of cards to spare. So I like Scrub Raid, may actually drop another penalty box to put a Scrub Raid on the field. It even helps with penalty box, because penalty box is in the grave, you can banish it to add a UA spell like Signing Deal, Power Jersey, or Stadium, so Scrub Raid even helps there. So we'll see. I think Scrub Raid is a great card for this format, in this deck specifically, but it's not in the original deck list, so make sure you check that out. I will once again include that link in the description. I believe this deck was made by Deck Devil, but let's take a look. No, it's actually made by the Gen Dragon. Interesting. It's a new one. I haven't seen that one on this list before. Alright, so thank you, the Gen Dragon, for this list. Up next for the extra deck, we have pretty much every rank 2 we could find. We have Dark Mist, that if we ever stick 3 of them on the field for a turn, gives us a monster that pretty much can't lose by battle. That's nice. We have Herald Pure Perfection, which lets us target a monster in the grave, shuffle it back into our hand. I guess that lets us recycle our XCs or our UAs, but overall it's not too great. We have Ronin Raccoon Sendayu, who is the main reason to play this one, once per turn. You can detach a material, to special summon a Raccoon token with the attack equal to the highest attack on the field, and while you control another beast, he can't be destroyed by battle or card effects. We're running 3 of him. 3 So Cute Boss. Once per turn, you can detach a material, target one face-up monster with attack less than or equal to the number of Ghost Strike monsters, destroy it, and if you do, that monster zone can't be used as long as you control Ghost Strike. It's just removal for anything with 1400 or less attack points, not great. Cat Shark lets us detach a material to double the attack of one of our rank 2s. This is to the end of the turn. This is interesting because it makes Ronin Raccoon, even if it's only him and Cat Shark, we can summon a 2000 token. We can make Dark Mist even bigger, etc., etc. Not bad, just not sure it's always going to come up. Crumble Logos is interesting. We can attach material to target a face-up card on the field. It can't use its effect, and our opponent can't use any more copies of it for the rest of the duel. Or not rest of the duel, as long as we control Crumble Logos. It's interesting, just not sure how well it's going to come up. And Broken Javelins, Cursed Javelins, is actually pretty interesting. We can attach a material to target one face on the card of the field. Its attack and defense, attack becomes 0, and it has its effect negated, I think. Nope, just its attack to 0. This means that Cursed Javelin can beat over anything without targeting protection. Gravity Controller, we've seen that before. And lastly is Cross Sheep. With the XCs we have, every time we XC summon to a zone it points to, aka bottom left and bottom right, we can reduce the attack of all of our opponent's monsters by 700. So once again, I think that the idea is supposed to be slow the game down while gaining master resources with Melfies and your baby raccoons. And try to put one of the UAs on board and give it some boosts with the Stadium, Tree Otter, or Powered Jersey, and then go into Ronin Raccoon to make a bunch of big beaters. But I'm also not confident that's going to work well, so we'll find out in the duels. See you then. Alrighty, we're here with the first game, and honestly, this is probably the duel that best exemplifies exactly what I mean when I say that this deck is too slow for this format. Alright, so we're opening up with 3 Puppy, 1 R1 Scrub Raid, which is nice, and UA Signing Deal. UA Signing Deal is nice and all, but not helpful here. We're going to activate Puppy, he has a max C, so at the end of the day he goes 1 for 1. But he also would shut us down if we had any more Melfies. The Fool we have done. And our opponent is running Adamantimators, which means get used to seeing this. We're going to be waiting here while they excavate a lot. We're going to grab Researcher off of Friends. Doki Doki, we're going to Puppy immediately to get Caddy because we know they're going to summon a lot. We're going to activate Scrubbed Raid because, I don't know, I just kind of want to scare them. Caddy to search Ponpoko. We're going to use whatever this one was, Analyst, to excavate again. And get Sandman. And now I get to summon Researcher and excavate again. Oh boy, I hope that they get a rock. They're gonna summon Wall and summon Dragite. Dragite's gonna activate the top 5 to try to bounce something if we get any rock monsters. Haha, you fool! Alright, they're gonna summon Raptite. Raptite's now gonna activate and try to special summon a rock from their deck. Oh look, they hit a Guardian. Alright, now they're gonna Fossil Fusion, which is gonna summon out Fossil Warrior Skullbone. That's interesting. I guess it's going away. Skull for Gallant Granite. Which is going to detach the Skullbone to search out Seeker. Seeker can special summon itself, and then we get to excavate. This is a lot of this is a lot of plays for something that can't get over my Scrubbed Raid right now. And he can't get over Scrubbed Raid, so we send our Puppy to the grave, and we end the battle phase. That was a lot of plays for not doing anything. Alright, we're going to use our Signing Deal now to summon our Perfect Ace, and I forgot, Ponpoko can't summon anything except Beast, which means because we Signing Deal, we can't summon out Tam. He's going to Dragite and hit 1, 2, which gets rid of both of our back row, which means that we can't do anything, unfortunately. Gallant Granite gets to search again, and let me guess, you're going to make a way longer turn than you need. Bryanak could discard 3 and get rid of our entire board because we're going to shuffle out Pony and Ponpoko, but that's not where he's going to go, is it? Yep. Alright, and we got to make this go longer, so we're going to make this go longer and use Pony to get back our Puppy. He is going to bounce back that, and XC's into Baron. Baron can pop our Ponpoko, and now he has game. He already had game, and he's going to keep going because he hates us. And then you get to search. Alright. So game 1, that was really rough, but hopefully we'll do better in game 2. Alright, it's cool. Adamantipator was tier 1, like, 10 months ago, and even though he was running a bad variant of it even for back then, I'm still tier 1, so I'm gonna say that was fine. Alright, we're opening up with a way better hand with multiple different Melfies, Burst Birth, and UA signing deal. So now we can summon Puppy, we can summon Caddy, set Burst so when we summon Tam Tam off of Puppy, we can get it back. Caddy search, and our opponent is playing Abyssal Designator. Is this self-burn? Yes, this is self-burn. We're gonna speed this up. This is definitely not the best example. Honestly, would probably cut this, except let me give you a little hint. Our third duel doesn't go too well for us either. So this is our only win of the episode, and I want to win. Now we can draw our Scrub Raid again, which is nice. UA signing deal. He's going to Destruction draw, Destruction of Destiny, and Fairy Wind, which does not kill him somehow. So we are going to Tree Otter into Mighty Slugger, summon out Ronin Raccoon, get another 3,300 on board, and you can see this is sort of what the deck was supposed to do, is get 2 big beat sticks. Oh well. Going on to game 3, good luck. Alright, so game 2 doesn't really count because it was self-burned, any deck could beat that. So we're still 0-1. So let's try to hope that game 3 goes better. As I've said, it doesn't, but we're going to give it our best hope and pretend that I was right. Alright, so some opponents going to summon Silent Anger and Sea Nettle, so they are running water control, probably Sharks. There's Bahamut. He's going to detach one material to summon Totally Awesome, who can negate any card and take it. So with our hand that has exactly 0 plays, that's not great. We're going to MST to try to bait out Toad. He doesn't bait out Toad. He has Goes a Match. We're going to UA to try to bait out Toad, but we do hit Ash Blossom instead, so we can't summon out our Perfect Days. So I guess we'll set Tam Tam and 1 Mystic Space Typhoon and hope that he has nothing else to play. Bahamut Shark to discharge and summon Submersive Carrier Arrow Shark? What? Alright, Sea Nettles to do its recycling effect, summon Drill Driver Vespoid. Oh, it's for fully armored Blackberry Lancer, that makes more sense. Vespoid attacks with Piercing, Tam Tam summons Puppy. He's going to attack Puppy with Xyz or more. He will Toad here. Okay. Take our Puppy. Toad recycle itself, which is kind of annoying. Remora attack, Blackberry Lancer attack. These 2 for Coral Anemone, and put it in the wrong zone? You can't summon anything there, Chief. You already have a card in that zone. We'll summon Ponpoko. He has Maxi, because everyone has Maxi today, apparently. We'll summon Tamtan, use Puppy. But I'm pretty sure this game is lost, because we do not have enough cards to stick. He will Twin Twist or discard Ash. We will reveal its Mystic Space Typhoon. Haha. Our card was doing nothing anyways. He summons Puppy. We will use our Puppy. Because we summoned, he can use his Puppy. We will use our Caddy to search Fenny. He can now destroy our Tam Tam. Tam Tam will summon Tree Otter. He will now attack Tree Otter. And in the end, main phase 2, he can use Anemone to summon another card to get an XC summon up Stealth Kraken. Stealth Kraken destroy any one of our monsters and inflict half damage. But we have Needle Sealing. That's actually interesting here. We can Ponpoko to summon out Tam Tam, and now there's 4 monsters on the field with no face up, but we're stupid, so we're going to use our Melfies here because we're greedy. Alright, so now he is immediately going to pop our Puppy, which is annoying. Forgot that they can't use their effects of monster effects. We will use Caddy to get Pony. He attacks Tam Tam. We Needle Sealing here, getting rid of everything, but he can now use his effects that recycle. That's not good for us. Alright. Well, I was hoping to get an Xyz out, so that's not going to happen, I guess. He'll attack Puppy. We didn't use Puppy earlier, so now we can circle out for Caddy to prevent damage. And we're probably screwed here. Yeah, one of Power Jersey. Yay. We special summon Pony and Puppy and Caddy to get some resources back in case we don't die this turn somehow, but we probably do. Goes in match, which doesn't really do anything. Pot of Desires, banish 10 to draw 2, summon 6 Caesar Mora, which doesn't really help anything. Put all 3 of these back in our hand. Caddy, search Tree Otter, which we can't even summon right now because it goes in match. Use Stealth Kraken to pop our Caddy, or counter it with your Spawn, which negates the damage. Okay, I guess it doesn't matter at the end of the day, but weird. Alright, see you guys in the ending. Alright, so that was it, and, well, so here's the thing. The Melfies are an extremely powerful advantage loop in NR. Pony being able to recycle any card from your graveyard, Puppy being able to fetch you newer ones, including more Melfies like Fenny and Caddy to keep up resource loops, and Caddy searching any of your beasts. The problem is that they're too slow, they don't stick anything on board, and even if they could, your rank 2 pool is kind of meh. The UAs are honestly probably worse in this deck than running just pure Melfi, as Sunning Deal clogs up our hand with Ponpoko, Power Jersey is only useful if we draw one of our specific level 4s, which we need a tribute to summon, level 5s, which we need a specific tribute to summon. UA Stadium not doing anything unless we already have the UA UA lineup set up. So, and Penalty Box not doing anything unless we can stack up a UA. So that is more than 10 cards that don't do anything unless we specifically open Signing Deal or Contribute Summon. Honestly, probably worth cutting the UAs, but if this deck can get going, you can get some powerful beat sticks. You saw in our game 2 that didn't count, and we were able to stick 2 3300s, and on the next turn, if he doesn't have any way to clear them, Sendayu can summon another one. If we could have ever swapped them out, Perfect Ace does use some of the advantage that you saw that we accrued over the duels to negate, which would have helped a lot. Unfortunately, that's just not how the games went, because this deck is a little slow. And even Silver Rank, as power creep goes more and more, this deck is going to get worse and worse. Probably not worth running, but who knows. This is our only deck to lose this month though, so I'll take that. Next month we'll be back with 4 new decks. I'm already very excited for them. I hope you guys like Pendulum, because I think we're bringing in at least 2, maybe 3 of them. Until then, I hope y'all have a good one. Goodbye.